All right, I think I have time to at least get one more week of videos in before the holidays start messing with me. I don't know if there will be another one before Christmas, but I can at least do two more decks. So this is a Night's Watch Banner of the Lion deck, and this is still sort of a Shadows deck and still a pretty lame deck, I would say. It's not quite as Shadows heavy as the last two that I played, but it definitely has a heavy Shadows aspect, which is mostly because of the Lion banner. Because I was like, what cards am I going to bring in from Lannister that are actually good and worth playing and that do something? And honestly, it's hard to find very many at all. The main ones that I can find is Robert Strong, Mandon Moore, Regent's Guard, and Clever Feint. And then a couple Red Keeps, because this is also actually a pretty good card. So that's what I did. And originally, because of the nature of those cards, I was going to make it a complete lame deck with a 6 cost wall. And I did try that, but it just wasn't working very well. It just wasn't very effective. It was very awkward. And so I switched over to 4 cost wall, which I think is better because it gives you a way to actually gain power and eventually win instead of just being really annoying, but taking forever to ever actually gain power. And so I ended up with sort of a hybrid deck where it has an aspect of like clearing stuff off the other person's board and playing like a slow attrition game, or you can also just play it as like a normal wall deck with cards like what is that guy called? The one with 3 icons, like the Shadow Tower Mason and the Haunted Forest and all that type of stuff. Like it has both sort of. And so for the character list, I think Old Bill Bone is in here mostly because I'm playing the first Snow of Winter. I mean, other than that, he probably wouldn't be in the deck, but he makes the cut for first Snow. We got Maester Mullen, Janos, Age Craftsman. These are some flea bottom combo cards. The Recruit from the Dungeons is funny. Something funny with this card is apparently, and this makes sense after you read the wording on his action, I was playing against Targaryen, and they play Dracarys on this guy and kill him. And then, of course, they win the challenge because they killed him. And I mean, I was going to lose the challenge anyways. They're trying to get unopposed. But then after I lost the challenge, he went back into Shadows from my dead pile. And I was like, wait a minute, is that a glitch? But I don't think it's a glitch. I think that's working as intended because it doesn't say return to Shadows from play. It just says return to Shadows, period. And it doesn't say where from. So I from the dead pile, he just goes back into Shadows, which that was pretty funny. We got some other lame cards like Recruiter for the Watch. There's one Yorin. I'm sure you can make the argument for 3 of these because this is just such a busted card. But I don't know. I just wanted to play one of them. I didn't really want to draw more than one of him, I guess I should say. Although, again, I mean, honestly, I should probably, cut a veteran builder and then cut, like, I don't know, something somewhere to get 3 of these because he's just so ridiculous. But also because he's so ridiculous, I'm fine with just having the one cheeky copy. And another card that I'm missing is Bound for the Wall, and I've decided to play Mutiny at Craster's Keep instead. And that's because Bound for the Wall is like a crapshoot, like you can win the game on turn 1 with that card, but there's also a chance that it just doesn't do anything that's super impressive, and especially because this is a reset heavy deck. You just pulling like some 3 cost character that's just sort of a body that doesn't do very much with Bound for the Wall. That's kind of a waste. That's not really worth it when you're just going to reset anyways. So Mutiny is in here because basically every card in the deck is expendable, with the only exception being Yorin if he has stolen something important that you don't want to give back to them. But like 99% of the time, your entire board is expendable. So you just play Mutiny, and then you can discard huge problems that are otherwise very difficult or impossible to get rid of, such as big characters with renown or that have been stacked up with attachments and things like that. So Mutiny, in my opinion, is a lot better and like more effective for this deck. And we've got Ironbank, because that's a really good card for this stuff, and some typical locations. I have one Flea Bottom Alley in addition to the Gates of the Moon, so that if I draw Gates of the Moon on setup, I can get the Flea Bottom Alley with at the gates. And there's a decent number of cards that you can put into play with it. One Blackbird, stand the wall, I guess. Stuff like that. One funny trick with the Red Keep is if you get both Haunted Forests out, or I guess just one Haunted Forest, doesn't really matter. Whenever you lose a challenge, you can kneel the Red Keep to cancel the Haunted Forest. So then the Haunted Forest can defend twice. And there's not really much they can do about it unless, they cancel your Red Keep or something. So that's kind of stupid. That's another little trick you can do. The plots is just bunches of resets and then marched and at the gates close call and exchange. Nothing too interesting there. Oh, this guy plays Free Folk. We don't play that. I wonder if that guy still plays Free Folk after all these months. But I would assume that he does. I mean, I still haven't seen him do anything else that I can remember, so we're going to avoid that. And hopefully this does not take too long for anyone to join the game. So I could think about other, oh, here we go. Tyrell, the house with the red door. Okay. Oh, it's the shadows. That's bad. If it's a combo deck, I'm not going to be very happy. Hopefully he'll set up. Yeah, I was hoping for that because I started with Recruiter, so I can just steal that guy. I wonder if he will first snow. I really want to have the wall. This is the type of matchup that this is why the wall is in the deck, because it's like, this is really hard to ever win if you don't have the wall. But I have to draw it. I haven't drawn it yet, so let's hope that I can draw it. Hey, at least he won't have any anti-shadow stuff, right? We're not going to have to deal with barring the gates or exposed duplicity. That's got to be a plus. The Starry Sept. Oh, yeah, this might be the Sparrows combo. That's going to be super obnoxious. Although, luckily, I can at least cancel the Sparrows with Red Keep. So they're just going to pass. Oh, man, I passed my marshalling. That was so bad. I should have put 2 characters in the shadows. Why did I do that? Oh, that was bad. What am I waiting on? Okay. I mean, this doesn't matter because they're just going to do like Valar Morghulis or something. I mean, if you have action, go ahead and do it. I think I know what it is. Are you going to do it? Maybe they need me to type OK. Let's see if that gets them to do it. OK. Are you going to do it now? Oh, sure. I thought it was going to be the face decree, but that also works. Alright, I'm not playing against that. We're not playing against that. No, sir, we're not. We're not going to play against a mill deck. I mean, I might could win this matchup. This isn't a limit, right? Like, he could just do that again. Yeah, he could just do it again, so me canceling it with the red keep doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm not playing against Retinue with the attachment that puts them back in the shadows. That's just not going to happen. Sorry. That's just not going to be allowed. So hopefully we can get something better here. Oh, that's definitely not better. Well, the good news is there's not that much good that he can hit me with Bound for the Wall. The bad news is if he gets to play some Put to the Torch, he can screw me. I really don't like Put to the Torch. Robert Strong has to be really good against this, though. Do I put him first? Yeah, because I have Craven, even though I probably won't be able to put Craven on anything. It's very arguable whether I should go first or second in this case. I think if I didn't have Robert Strong in Shadows, maybe I would go first. I might should have used Old Forest Hunter in draw phase, but I'm too lazy to do math on that. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, because I cannot put Craven on that guy. So far, I'm still in good shape, though, because I can just kill this dude with Robert Strong and then block. Alright, this is acceptable. Damn, the problem is I cannot afford Recruiter and Robert Strong, which kind of sucks. I mean, I need to save 5 gold. Let's get the Aged Craftsman for Iron Bank, in case I want to do that. Perfect. That's really good. Yeah, this is how we can do it. Do I just want to steal this? Yeah, because no, it'll stay on my side. That sucks. I want to sacrifice it. This is fine. I guess I'll steal it. And I guess I do this, and I think that's it. Now I would just like block this with these guys and let it go through, but I don't want him to use the ability to kill any of my stuff. So I will defend it. This has to be a really good start for me so far. What I should have done in hindsight, but I was not thinking, was that I should have sacrificed my own 3-finger hob and held the duplicate, not play the duplicate at all. Use Janos Slint to sacrifice my own 3-finger and then steal his with Recruiter. That would have been a way better play. I can still sort of do it, but it's not as effective as it would have been. Like, he's still going to get to trigger Hob this turn. And I wasted my Hob duplicate on my side, which I didn't have to do that. City of Secrets. That's weird. Sure. Should I go first? If this dude didn't have duplicate, I would go first. But because he has a duplicate, me doing military first doesn't matter because he'll just use a duplicate. Ha! Got him. That's pretty amusing. Trying to find a way to spin 2 gold. Can I play this card? I can play this, right? Yeah. I can't marshal these. Yorin doesn't do anything. I could play this guy, but that's not really worth it. I'll just pass. Oh, puts with a sword. How sad. You'll never get to use that. I'm getting rid of my own Hob there because of the play that I talked about last turn with the Recruiter. So now if he plays Hob, I will steal it. And this is why March in the deck. Originally, I did not have March to the Wall in the deck. I'm not a big March fan. It often is not in my deck, even in like board clear decks. But for this one, I kept noticing over and over that a turn like this would happen. And like you can combo it with Mutiny and stuff like that. So it ended up being worth it. Vanquish the unbelievers. That's amusing. That's highly amusing, sir. Trying to play that plot on me. I picked the recruiter because I have another recruiter in my hand. Otherwise, I would pick probably Janos Slant. Me going first does kind of suck because I cannot use Urine. But I can do this, and I can do this. I mean, surely he's going to have a pretty hard time with this. Damn, that feels bad, man. Yeah, I think I won this game. I have such a crazy track record against these Sea of Blood decks on recording. I always end up smacking them. And it's weird because Sea of Blood is like such a hated agenda for me. I don't know. Maybe because I hate it so much, like I go into overdrive if I have to play against it. I'm not going to Doharis myself. I guess the exchange is the only plot. Like, I don't really need to do an exchange because I still have Robert Strong to spend money on, but none of the other plots are any good, so. Dead pile with 0 cards in it against Sea of Blood. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, if he had any resets at all, he was obviously going to play it this turn, so. And you can see why I Iron Banked Robert Strong at the end of that turn. Even though the money was a waste, like the money went away in taxation phase, it was just to have him back in hand before plot phase. Oh, look at that exchange. That's absolutely insane. He actually had to give me Flea Bottom, didn't he? It was the only location. That's pretty funny. Fist of the First, man. Come on, that card's just bad. You have to have a higher reserve to activate it. Like, why is it conditional? It's already not that good. Oh, Lord. So dirty. It is such a fair card, Yorin. Arguably, I should have let the military go through and then picked Jeremy Ricker for claim. There's argument for that. But I think it's fine because I don't have Iron Bank. I think I used both the Iron Banks. If I still have Iron Bank, then what you do there is you kill Jeremy and then you Iron Bank Yorin and you steal another character next turn. Also, because it lets you use Mutiny. Like, now I can't Mutiny, because if I Mutiny, I have to pick Yorin, and he takes Jeremy back. Whereas if I let him win Military, and then I pick Jeremy for claim, then on Dominance phase, I can Mutiny Yorin and take his 3-finger Hob, and he does not get to trigger Hob to draw 2 cards. That would have been worth it. You could make a strong argument that I should still do it, and just, like, spin 2 Mutinies here. I mean, what is he going to do if I just take away these characters? But it would have been better if I let Jeremy die. Although I think I'm so far ahead that none of this matters, and this is me just, like, speculating about stuff. No, not a city besieged. That's just rude. My Flea Bottom! Ah! He picked the Haunted Forest. You know, the funny thing is because I have a Veteran Builder, I can Marshal Veteran Builder, stand Flea Bottom, bring in Veteran Builder with Flea Bottom, sacrifice Veteran Builder again, stand Haunted Forest. Pretty stupid. He put Seized by the Guard. Alright, he got me. I can't do anything about that. Seized by the Guard. I want to be very careful for there to not be any shenanigans that will let him trigger the agenda. But I do want him to do claim because that. Oh, it's 2. That's actually better. I should have defended with Jeremy then. I forgot it was 2. Yeah, I still get 3 challenges here. So this is an easy win this turn. I just do this. Well, props to the opponent for sticking it out. He's a good sport. So yeah, we got him pretty solidly on that one. That's probably it for today. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm bad for not playing against that Queen's Retinue deck. I'm willing to give it a try to play against like a Tyrell Shadows deck or Shadows decks in general, but not combo decks. If you're doing mill combo, no, sorry, I'm just not interested. I'm not going to play against that. And if that makes me a bad person or something, then sue me. I don't care.